Get a check of how the weather is going to impact our plans. This evening, we're going to be nice and quiet. As we look ahead to tomorrow, we're still maintaining this level 2 out of 5 risk for the entire 5 News viewing area. Let's talk about the timing. We've actually been able to really narrow down that window in which we expect some storms to move through. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow across the entire area. I'll show you a futurecast and maybe give you a bit more detailed look at the timing for your place to get an idea of when you can expect these storms to roll through. Hail up to 1.5 inches. That's going to be possible. Winds 60 to 70 miles per hour. That's going to be possible. The tornado threat, while much lower, it's not necessarily zero. In fact, when we look at those impacts overall, we're going to keep the wind and hail in the medium category, tornado and flooding potential, maintaining that in the low category. We've had no changes to this over the last week. We're going to go with that going into the weekend. When you peel back the layers and try to dial in where are those hazards more likely than other places, we have the tornado potential relatively low in brown for a large majority of the area. All of East Oklahoma, good chunk of northwest Arkansas, parts of the River Valley. Now, as that line gets ready to move off towards the east, in fact, as early as maybe eastern Sebastian and Crawford, certainly Franklin, parts of Madison, Johnson, Logan, and Scott counties, will bump that up to elevated. When it comes to hail and wind, both hazards are going to be in the elevated category. Here's Futurecast, which is doing a decent job pinpointing some of the timing of tomorrow's activity. This is 9 a.m. in the morning. A lot of us are dry, so the morning may end up being a good opportunity to get out there to the craft fair or wherever your weekend plans do take you. Scattered showers and thunderstorms begin to develop, likely not severe, but they're developing across Delaware and Benton counties. Meanwhile, back noon, we're looking at our complex begin to develop, tracking in our direction. Here's 1 o'clock on our Saturday. That line of storms coming together. We'll have to watch for some hail and some damaging winds with this line. Of course, Razorbacks expecting to kick off at 2:30. Certainly looks like there could be some game day impacts there, not only in terms of severe weather potential, some heavy rain, and certainly some lightning as well. Looks like there's going to be another batch of rain going into tomorrow evening, but I think by 8, 9 o'clock, a lot of us are starting to dry out. The tornado risk stays rather low. This is 9 a.m. tomorrow. Here's the scale here. A lot of us in the low category. At times we can find a slightly more favorable area, but for the most part, this is shaping up to be more of a damaging wind potential. Game day forecast looks like this. If you're heading out there, whether you're tailgating or going to the game or both, you definitely want the rain gear with you. In terms of the lightning policy from the SEC, there are some rules in place, and I expect these rules to become well known by tomorrow. Within 10 miles, if there's a lightning strike from the stadium, there's going to be a PA announcement urging you, attendees, to move indoors. If those lightning strikes are found within 8 miles, game is suspended until there's at least a 30-minute window between the last lightning strike and no more lightning strikes. At that point, game can resume play. Still looking at largely a half inch, upwards to 1.5 inches of rain area wide. We'll go with a weather impact alert for our Saturday. By Sunday, we're shaping up to feel really good out there. Overnight low temperatures falling into the mid-40s, 67 in the afternoon. A brief warm up on Monday. Then we have some fall-like temperatures that are actually going to hang around for a while. We're waking up in the 40s, afternoon highs in the low 70s. That's what it is supposed to feel like this time of the year. 84 in the afternoon, 80% chance of those showers and storms area-wide tomorrow. Sunday's a great day. Monday's not bad, but it gets better Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll watch for another front to move into the area Wednesday night into Thursday. Could also provide another chance of a few raindrops.